Now I see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is my way through. Now all I gotta do is pay attention and be intentional. Yeah.
I did it. I started a podcast I've been stalling, and here we are. Well, sorry for the overexcitement. I had to get it out of my system. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mayowa Oyinloye, also known as MJPRAISE. Thank you very much. Or Mayowa Just Praise. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to the first episode of my podcast ever. Well, my aspiration for this podcast is to encourage each listener to discover their various and innermost talents and use it to achieve their full potential. To share how I literally just had 46 pence in my account. To being invited to sing in the presence of King Charles and Camilla. I'll be sharing how my gift made way for me, and hopefully I will help you discover how to use your own gift to fulfill your own potential. And by the way, if you take life too seriously, then this podcast might not be for you, as you heard from the beginning, unless of course you are hoping to be converted to the fun side. Okay. By the by, this podcast, it's not necessarily for those that sing alone. I mean, like the title connotes, how I sang my way through abuse. Focal point in the title is my way through. What is your way through? Hopefully I'll help you discover your talents or resources and experiences and opportunities to overcome your present and future uncertainties. We will discover this together. No pressure at all. We'll take each day as it comes. Like I live my life, to be quite honest with you. It gives you an insight on how to use your talent to achieve your full potential. How I used my talent of singing to be significant in the world of dog eat dog. How to realize your full potential when it feels unattainable. I know I keep on saying full potential. I need to drive home the point, people. We have all been created for a purpose. Life happens and it distracts us. It derails us from achieving our full potential. I said it again, full potential. It's going to become an earworm before the end of this podcast, okay? Now, hear this. This is a quick disclaimer, if I can call it that at all. This podcast is not a make you rich quick podcast. If not, I won't be doing it at all in the materialistic sense of it. But it's a podcast that will encourage you to dig deep within to realize what your innate abilities are in order to work towards achieving, here you go again, full potential. It gives you emotional richness and freedom. By default, we've all been equipped with things that are meant to journey with us through life. For instance, it's like a gadget that is equipped with some techno bits that you might not know exists, or you'll never know you'll need till it comes across some difficulty. For instance, an airbag in a car. It will never deploy till, God forbid, someone gets in an accident. You will never need it till you get in an accident. That is what the airbag is for. So this podcast is in some way, I will sort of teach you how to get a hold of your airbag in life, if you can use that illustration. Now, I must tell you the person that actually inspired me to go ahead with this podcast. He had no clue what I was going to do, but that is my husband, 101%. He just told me, said, people need to know you more than just your 5 minutes of saying, yes, I suffered abuse, I went through abuse. You have more layers to you. They need to understand that. He has seen it firsthand, how God has been faithful in my heart, in my life. And he actually encouraged this. He said, people need to know you more. They need to appreciate the grace of God more in your life. That is why it pays to surround yourself with great people, not like-minded people, because if you surround yourself with like-minded people, then it is just a one-way traffic thing. But people that want the best for you, people that see the best in you and are ready to make you flourish in that regards. Now, the plan for this podcast is I will talk about my experiences, and I will also invite guests on board so you can understand from other people's perspective how they were able to make their way through some uncertain times in their life. So you know that there are ways round things for you not to go into that downward spiral. There is hope, there is grace. We will go through different topics, some fun, some not so fun, some deep, some not so deep, but just so you understand the different facets of this topic. And I believe that each person has been created for a purpose. There is something within each person that God has created in us to see us through, to take us through the journey of life. If you are going on a journey, you have all those things that you park in your luggage that will help you through life. I mean, whatever your ability is, you definitely have it. We just need to dig deep. Either we scratch the surface or dig deep and dig deep and dig deep with our shovel, but we'll surely get there. I mean, well, in my own case, my talent of singing and faith as a Christian has actually helped me through life, especially, surviving childhood abuse in every ramification of the word. I mean, I suffered childhood abuse, I suffered physical abuse, emotional abuse, I witnessed domestic abuse. So do you know what? It is by grace that I am still standing. And I even almost committed suicide at the age of 12. I mean, life is crazy, but do you know what? Using my talent of singing helped me a great deal, and my faith. And you might be listening to this podcast and you're not a person of faith. That is absolutely fine. Now, your talent might not be what you will sort of classify as a talent or a full potential in itself. Yours might be sports, cooking, writing, hospitality, and whatever your belief is or your beliefs are. But do you know what? I can't take for granted my faith in God. It has really, really helped me in achieving, in fulfilling my potential. The list is endless, but know this: no two life journey is the same. Even if you are a twin, your life journeys will differ significantly. But you can learn from my life journey as well as me learning from your life's journey, because I know that subsequently I'm hoping to hear your story so you can encourage me more in my life journey. Also remember this: what is good for the goose might not be good for the gander. Social media influencer, I'm sure some of you might know him, Kabile, I hope I'm pronouncing this very well, actually burst into glory during COVID. He's an African guy, and do you know what? He doesn't utter a word. I've never even heard him speak. Never ever had him speak, but he has millions and millions of followers, and I'm sure that his views now might be getting to billions of views now. But he only makes like a few seconds sometimes video, or like a minute video of just saying how silly some influencers are by just the gestures of his hands or by being sarcastic about things, and he doesn't utter a word. I'm sure when he put out his first video, he wasn't expecting that it was going to blow out, out of the waters like that. But guess what? I don't think I will be able to do something like that and be as successful as he is now. So I will encourage you. We all have our different life journey. As an individual, is to acknowledge your inabilities, but don't focus on them. Know what it is you can't do, but don't focus on them. See how you can better yourself with the little resources in your hands. I mean, I literally had 46 pence in my account when I embarked on putting on my first ever outdoor music concert. A concert that was meant to cost me between 10 to 15,000 pounds or thereabouts, if not more. But in faith and hard work and consistency and asking for help and support, which is not something I usually like to do, to be quite honest with you. We are celebrating the 10th edition of that concert in the next, few months or thereabouts. So use the little it is you have in your hands. And by having the 46, you'll get to know more about me through the process of this podcast. So I mean, from having 46 pence, not because I was lazy or my husband was lazy, but to be quite honest, we didn't have work because we didn't have papers to work. But thankfully, the story has changed now. But all we had with the 46 pence was faith and great conviction to put on that outdoor concert. I mean, I remembered my husband telling me that, oh, baby, why don't you just, let's wait, let's get our paper so we work, so we're able to do something more tangible with the concert. And I said, don't you understand? I am restless with this. I can't sleep at night. I literally wake up in the middle of the night and I start crying that, oh God, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? I need to do this. And I have nothing to do to use it, to make it come to fruition. But I trusted. I worked hard. I called people on board. I encouraged people to join the vision with me. I used the little in my hands to be able to achieve this goal. Now the concerts, every year, the mayor comes to the concert without fail. And the past 5 concerts has been attended by a representative from the royal family. Not through anybody's connection, but all I say is to the glory and the grace of God. Now, don't get me wrong. I was discouraged a lot of times. A lot of times. I doubted myself. But I had that conviction. So, you might get discouraged in life, but don't ever doubt your abilities. Even when others don't see the success that you see, you keep on running with the baton in your hands, aiming for the goal, the finish line, the mission. Do you know that those that doubted you in the first place will be the first that will want to associate themselves with you? As soon as you are a success story, those that have said, oh, we'll see what she's doing, she's gonna fail or he's gonna fail, they will be the first person to jump on board with you, to say, oh yes, I was there when she started, oh, she's my person or he's my person. So never ever get discouraged with the little it is you have in your hand. Run with it. Run with that vision. Now, in my own case, just like I told you earlier on, I suffered abuse in the hands of various men from the age of 5. And I'm sure it was very, very younger than that. But I started recollecting from the age of 5 till my teenage years that I could fight them off. Now, I would have gone into a downward spiral if I don't have all the resources, the talents, I call them resources, the talents I have with me now. I was able to overcome going into the expected, stereotype of what a victim or survivor of abuse might go into. I abstained from that because I used my resources. I was able to put myself into using my gift of singing, of songwriting. And yes, I know I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way to achieving my goals. And I always say this, and I believe it totally believe this. If I didn't have all these resources or talents with me, I'm sure I would have been no more. Trust me, I would have died of depression. I call my talents show-offy kind of talents because they're talents I have to get off my, my backside, sorry for the French, and do them. I sing. I love singing a lot. I love singing. But I can't sing in the corner of my room. I mean, well, now, thanks to COVID, you can do that. But if I want to be out there, I have to stand up, go to the studio, record, get in touch with people. I have to do that. I do MCing. I have to go out there. I can't MC in my room. I MC events. I can't do that in my room. Unless, of course, I'm going work on. I do dance. I do all sorts of things. So I call them show-offy kind of talents because I have to get up and do them. I am a gospel artist. I love singing, obviously, hence the title. I'm a songwriter. I'm an award winner. Oh my God. I am an event planner. I lead a kids choir, a community choir, a gospel band. The list is endless, guys. The list is endless. I can't even begin to tell you how much, and I've not even started to scratch the surface at all, because I know that God has invested so much into me. And I pray that you are able to see that God has invested so much in you, regardless of what your past is or what your past might be. You have been equipped for the future. and you have to be able to realize what these potentials are. Am I using that word too much? I know I am, people. If I can go through everything it is I've gone through in life and I've come out of it unscathed, then you can do that too. And I'm not saying this in a point of being arrogant or anything, but it's just from the perspective of me going through all those things. There are 3 H's that I hold in high esteem, and I've tried to instill this into me and also my children, and that is honor, humility, and honesty. I'm not saying be a footmat to anybody or a doormat to anybody. Know what it is you believe in and stand firm in that. But achieving that, don't be disrespectful. Be humble, no matter what it is you've achieved in life. There's something I always say too. You never know the exact behavior or character of somebody till they have money or they are put in a place of authority. You never ever know their real behavior. Okay, so you never ever know your real behavior till you're put in that place of authority, or you have a substantial amount of wealth. Oh my God, nobody ever knows how you will react when you are in that position. So I try to always instill that into my life, that honor, humility, and honesty, which can be quite difficult to actually achieve at times, but trust me, as soon as you start working on it, it just becomes second nature to you. I will be releasing each episode fortnightly, that is once every 2 weeks, and we'll see how it progresses from there. We'll start from 15 minutes or 30 minutes, depending. If I have a guest on board, it might be 30 minutes, but if it's me by myself, it might be 15 minutes or a little more. If you've been touched by everything or anything it is we've said today, please share this. We have to make it go wild. Do you know what? This is one of the things I've had to deal with. Apart from having the initiative to do something, you have to be able to market it. So please like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is social media demands for you to make things work. Please help make this work. Your sister has to be out there. How to make your way through has to be out there. Apart from acknowledging the grace of God in my life, I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody that has been a source of inspiration to me and that have supported me in everything it is I've been doing, regardless of how crazy it might be or unachievable it might be, for coming on board with me, for trusting in the vision, for helping me, for loving me, for accepting me for the way I am, for not judging me. God bless you so much. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Oluwamayowa Oyinloye MJPRAISE, or my official MJPRAISE, or on YouTube official MJPRAISE, or on Instagram MJPRAISE. But I am more active on Facebook. Yes, I know Facebook is for grandmas. Thank you very much. But you know what? I can't keep up with all the social media platforms, okay? So I am more faithful with Facebook. So whatever your talents are, whatever your resources are, we will start to realize them, so you are able to actualize them. The vision, the mission has to come to fruition. Till I come here again next time for the next episode, continue to fulfill your full potential, and let me know what it is you think about my first ever podcast. And don't say I am too excited, because I've not even started at all with the excitement.
See you now in 2 weeks time. Ciao. At the end of the tunnel, this is my way through. Now all I gotta do is pay attention and be intentional. Yeah.